All right, let's move on to the next topic here. And the next question comes to us from Edward Crane, who writes, "Hey guys, love the show. I have 2 questions. Number 1, do you think if Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was released in 2015, it could have beat Batman vs. Superman in the movie war? Number 2, do you think that this movie will share the same magical wonder of the first 2 films, or be like the others and have a slightly darker yet fun experience? Thanks for the show. Have a good one." Now, for those of you who don't know what our good friend here, Edward, is talking about, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt something or other, I forget the author's name, is a fictional textbook used in Hogwarts, the School of Magic, in the Harry Potter series. And J.K. Rowling, whatever, people try to correct me how to say, I don't give a crap. J.K. Rowling says she's writing new movies for Warner Brothers based on Fantastic Beasts and the author Newt. And it's going to be set 70 years in the past, like 70 years prior to the events of Harry Potter. So it's going to be in that same world, but 70 years earlier. And instead of in London, it's going to be in New York. So I think it sounds fascinating. I'm very curious about this. I'm looking forward to it. Now, your question number 1. Do we think if it had been released in 2015, it could beat Superman versus Batman? No. It wouldn't come in the top 10 movies of the year, box office-wise. It wouldn't. It's the first of a new series. People are always a little bit skeptical about spin-off versions of stuff. That doesn't mean that the series can't be great and pick up steam and get really, 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 really big. But I think there was no chance in Hades that if they had released it in 2015, that it would come close to Avengers or Batman versus Superman or what's the other big one?
Star Wars.
Or Star Wars Episode 7. Or I don't even think it's as big as the Fantastic Four reboot. But it's going to be big. It's going to be successful. I just think it's going to get more successful as it grows if the first one's pretty good. The second one, do I think it'll be more like the Child Wonderment or the darker kind of thing of the Harry Potter? I think it'll start off probably more like Child Wonderment. That's just, obviously I have nothing to base that on. That's just a guess. I haven't read the book, but that's just my guess. Aaron, what do you think? Had it been released in 2015, considering its connection to the Harry Potter world, is it conceivable it could have beaten like a Batman versus Superman? And what type of tone do you think such a film's going to have, even though you haven't seen all the Harry Potter films?
First of all, absolutely not. I would never, ever compare this film to a Batman versus Superman. Completely different in tone, different concept, for entirely different audiences, too. And obviously, I think that Batman versus Superman is going to make a lot of money and be very, very successful. Not that this film wouldn't, but personally, I have no interest in it, and I know where my money's going in the box office, and it's definitely not to Fantastic Beasts, if that says anything about where I stand on the matter.
Shep?
I think the proper way to say her name is J.K. Rimbling. It's Rimbling. I'm just setting the record straight here. And the guy's name is Norkel Scrimblefront. That's who wrote the book, Fantastic Beasts. I can't wait to see it. Maybe I can wait. I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to beat Batman versus Superman. It's not. Yeah, I think it's going to make a lot of money because it's the Harry Potter franchise.
Sure, absolutely.
But, I don't even care what it if it beats, I'm not making any of that money. So it's always funny to me where, will it be number 1? So I don't care. I really don't. But, since you asked, no, I don't think it will.
Yeah, and look, once again, this isn't a commentary on how good the movie. The movie might be one of the greatest films in the history of Hollywood. I still just don't think the first one is going to have $500 million for the people go out to see it. Right. I think it is a project that could grow.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.